my name is Cmoore. This is Cmoore-Books. So we are doing a recap of what I have read so far in 2024. So this is January through April. We are not going to go through every book because we would be here a very long time. So we are going to just go through some stats first, and then we're gonna do some go through some of my like worst books and my best books. So, let me make my head a little bit bigger. Okay, there we are. So, we're technically, I've read 91 books so far this year, but 90 of them were read from January to April because I've only finished one book so far in May. So, my top moods are emotional, lighthearted, adventurous, and hopeful. As you can see, my books have a lot of moods. The book that I read like this month, it's a funny story. So it's probably about like 16,500 pages is about where I think I was at for those 4 months. So I am at 31% fast paced. We have 13% slow paced, and then it's kind of ironic. The majority middle of the road, medium 57%, with medium paced. So the majority of my books have been under 300 pages. I've read 4 over 500 pages, and then I have read 22 between 300 and 499 pages. And then fiction by far outranks nonfiction. I do my best to be better about that, but so far I haven't done the greatest. So I have read 13 nonfiction and then 68 fiction. So I'm a children's librarian, so these like top 3 categories, it all makes sense. We got 33 children's, 16 young adult, 14 middle grade, and then like some of these like categories like fall within like the other category because like they're all sort of like overlapping because like some of the young adult might also be fantasy, and so like also read some fantasy and some romance, some historical fiction, some contemporary. Always love me a good graphic novel. Oh, and some mysteries. Help. Some LGBTQIA plus books. Always love my thrillers. What sports books did I read? Oh, makes sense. All 13, The Incredible Cave Rescue, The Tide Boys Soccer Team, and The Boys in the Boat. Okay. Sorry, I said, like, what am I reading? I'm like, what sports books did I read? This is the problem when you read so many books, you're like, what were they? I still don't understand tags entirely. Uh, so the majority of my books have been in print, 59%. 38% has been audio, and then 2% digital. You can clearly see where my love lies. Uh, Audio is like picking up speed this year for sure. I love me a good audiobook. Um, so these are the authors that I've read from more than once this year. Holly Jackson's at twice. She's gonna be probably at least like 4 or 5 times this year. Kobe Yamada, oh, Christina Soon-Tornvat, Lynn Painter, oh, I feel like Jesse Seaman should be 3, but I digress. I can't remember who he is. Some of these are newer authors to me, so like their names aren't as familiar as other authors. So these are so I read 22 books in January with a total of 4,570 pages. Uh 35 books read in February with 3,980 pages. 16 books in March with 3,194 pages, 17 books in April with a grand total of 4,711 pages. Yeah, I did a lot of reading in April. April and I were like, and honestly, I just read a lot of chunkier books. Um, February is like a lot of books, but like they were a lot of um shorter books in February. So, although the page count was not that far off. I don't know. I just love to read. So, yeah. So far, I've given one star this year, one 2 star, six 3 stars, 14 4 stars, and 68 5 stars. I know what I love, and so it's easy for me to find it. So, we're now going to go on to our best and worst books. So, oops, and that's a spelling mistake. Hold on. Okay, April. January to April. So, oh, I need to move me. Okay, so our first worst book is The Library. As you can see right here, it says the word lie. So like I think it's important for you to like think critically about like what you're reading and all that. Um like this is a picture book and this was like teaching kids and like that you can't trust librarians and I was like absolutely not. Um and like you could see like the librarian in the back like being like we're gonna get him and I was like what is this like I love sharing accurate information and like getting people the information that they need. I was so offended. So offended. So this book is now on in library use only at my library to be used in the correct circumstance. Like, I think it has important information, but like, unless you're looking at it in the correct context, it's a fine line. Um, yeah, don't know why I did that. Okay, next book, A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. Oh, I was liking it up until the end, and oh gosh, that ending was so stupid. So stupid. It's like seriously? Seriously, that's where this all ended. I'm not even reading the second book. I just kept getting more upset the more I read. Like, I was enjoying it, and then just got mad. Rebecca Ross did it to me again. I did give her another shot. I thought maybe adult will be better than YA. I think Rebecca Ross just isn't for me. So, if anyone wants to give me a recap of what happened in book two, not that like I'm really like I need to know, because yeah. Okay. Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. I think I've gone into a little bit about this, but I did like the chess storyline and like the romance was cute, but I think this should have been marketed as an adult book, not a YA book, because technically, like, the female main character is 18, so she is legally an adult, and the amount of like sexual content, like it was like it was like what was the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Like toting the line. Like it was like trying to cross the line. Like it was going there. So yeah, I just think that Allie Hazelwood just should just stay in her adult lane. And that's where she should stay. Like there's nothing wrong with like people enjoying her books or anything. I just think that this was a adult book masquerading as YA. And So that's why it's now in the adult section in my library. So, Year of the Cat by Richard Ho. Uh, I was so confused during this whole thing. Um, so this was like about like how the Zodiac were like founded, and I like the backstory was at the end, and I'm like reading this whole thing, and I'm like, what is happening? Like I could have used like the backstory at the beginning, like the historical context and like all that, and like it was a wild ride, and I didn't get it. Didn't get it. And the artwork was not my favorite. Um, yeah, it was just a mess. It was just a mess. Uh, oh, so sad. This was Lunar New Year Love Story by Jean Luen Yang and Luen Pham. I was so excited for this. When I ordered this from my library, there was just so many subplots in this book that ugh, it just bogged down the story so much that it took me forever to get through this graphic novel. Like it was so text heavy and it was just meandering and like there's like a big revelation at the end and I'm like I completely forgot about that from the beginning because like I got so bogged down with trying to remember like little details and like this and that and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was a thing." Right. Right. Yeah, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. Um, Not one I will be picking up again. Um, you might enjoy it. It might be someone else's cup of tea, but it just was not mine. So now we're into the best. So there's really not that much in the worst. So I have officially started Keepers of the Lost City series. I haven't started the second one. I read this with my chapter book club, and we all thoroughly enjoyed this. Planning on doing the second one in the fall. Oh, it was so much fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So much magical fun. Mm, yeah. Sophie finds out she's what's called an elf and she has like magical abilities and oh, it's a really good story. It's a really good story. So I've got a lot to catch up on. Thankfully, I have the audiobooks that I can catch up pretty quick. And then we have The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. Story so beautiful and just the way it was told, like it kept me like enthralled. And I just love the UK cover so much. Wait, this is the US cover. Never mind. This is the US cover. I have a different cover. Yeah, here's my cover. Hold on. This is the UK cover. And so, yeah, just her like trying to protect her brother's like fiance and like protect her family and going to see what's become of the Sea King and uh see what she can do to stop things. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I just love the mythology and everything. Amazing. Oh, I love this series so much. So this is the second book in the Emily Wilde series. Apparently there's gonna be another one. I don't know if it's gonna be a trilogy or if there's gonna be more, but Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. Oh, it was just as delightful as the first one. This one I would have to say is more fast-paced and adventurous than the first one. So but just as amazing. And I really love Emily and Wendell, and I loved learning more. I loved learning about this new location, and oh, I just love this magical like fairy world. Um, oh my goodness, yeah. If I wasn't such a wimp and if this actually did exist, I don't think I'd go. Mm. This was absolutely amazing. I finished it. Oh, I think this was the other book. Um, for TBR Ring Toss that I was gonna finish. Yeah, Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer. I was trying to remember that earlier when I was filming TBR Ring Toss. Oh, this book finished the series up so well. Um, I laughed, I cried a lot. There were so many emotions. Oh my gosh, like I want to say I finished this book at like 1, 2, 3 a.m. I'm not really sure. I was listening to the audio and I'm like I sleep with a CPAP machine. Like I had to take my CPAP like mask off because I'm like weeping uncontrollably. And I'm like, I need to find a tissue. I'm like, it's just so good. It's so beautiful. Um, yeah, highly recommend this series. So you start with Defy the Night, and then you have Defend the Dawn, and finally Destroy the Day. Oh, it was well worth the wait. Oh, all 13. So this is about the incredible K rescue of the Thai boys soccer team. So this is a juvenile nonfiction. We read this with my chapter book club. This is my second time reading this book, and it is just as fantastic as the first time that I read it. So it's about the entire like rescue, like from when they disappeared and went into the cave and like how the floods came. And so it's absolutely incredible everything that uh those what everyone did to be able to get those boys out alive, and their soccer coach. So I also want to watch Ron Howard's uh film that he did on the rescue. I've heard such amazing things, and he's such a good filmmaker. Oh, and I started Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston, the series. It was so good. Yeah, I kind of want to wait until it's closer to the third one releasing this summer to read Amari and the Great Game because then I'm gonna be like hardcore jonesing like I was when I finished Defend the Dawn. Of course, I thought that was a duology. So like I'm thinking it's over. Like I know that Amari and the Night Brothers, like the series, it's a trilogy. So like, but knowing that, I think I might wait. But yeah, she has the coolest power. Oh, illusions. So cool. Oh my goodness. This is such an amazing picture book. So this one is about a bird named Only, the bird who liked being alone. And he's like an introvert and like the other birds don't understand him and like he likes to be around people but like he just likes his quiet time and oh, I can't recommend this enough. Oh, and then we have Weather Together by Jessie Sima. I wept uncontrollably while reading this. Uh, so this one is about Pegasus. So, that is the blue one. Um, and I just so Pegasus has depression. For adults, will understand that that's what Pegasus is suffering from, and I deal with that, and I just started bawling the second I just started reading this, and I was like, oh my gosh, nope, 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 nope. It was just so, oh, it made me feel so seen. Like, This is the power of picture books, folks. Like 32 to 40 pages, sometimes 50. Can literally just tear your heart out and like make you feel more seen than like a 300, 400 page book. Then we have How to ADHD, an insider's guide to working with your brain, not against it by Jessica McCabe. Oh, I love Jessica. I've been following her channel since like 2020, during the pandemic. And I love this little book, how it's all like packaged up, and I need to like go back to it and like read smaller sections and take it little by little because like I'm a book binger and like I'm like must finish. But yeah, I need to remember when I'm like on the struggle bus, like, no, you need to go back to this section for this. Whew. Sorry, for this reason, and yeah. She has such amazing information from all the research that she's done with the professionals she's talked with and like from her own life experience. She's fantastic. Oh my goodness, this is another picture book that made me weep uncontrollably. So this is called Big by Vashti Harrison. This is about a little girl that deals with body issues and like what the world tells her she should and shouldn't be, and I've dealt with that my entire life and I'm still dealing with it. And this just literally like hit me with a ton of bricks. And my coworker, my youth services assistant, Jess, like told me to read it and I was like, oh my gosh, like and then immediately I had to purchase my own copy because I need this book in my life that so at any point like I need to pull it out and get that reminder, like tell the world that like they can just so yeah, very much recommend. Um, okay. All the picture books, most of them are ones that have made me cry. So this is one is the Remember Balloons by Jesse Oliveros. So I was getting books for my preschool mini camps about, and it's up and read, so it's like about balloons. It's balloon themed. And I was expecting this to be like a fun book about balloons and like, oh, like remember the balloons. No, this is about a little boy and his grandpa has dementia and like he's losing his memories and the balloons are memories that they share together. And so the little boy is like upset that his grandpa can't remember, and then his mom reminds him like, "Well, now you have the memories and you can share the balloons with him." Like, 'cause you have the balloons now. And so like I read this at my desk at work because I was like going through all the books for my camp. And I'm just like a weeping hot mess because my grandma, she had Parkinson's with dementia, and my dad has Parkinson's, and his dementia is slowly progressing, and I'm I was just yeah, it was I was not able to emotionally control myself because I was like, I totally understand exactly. Yeah, just losing the memory slowly and like the balloons and the sharing, and it's beautiful. So anyone that has a family member who suffers from Alzheimer's or some other form of dementia, I highly recommend this book for how to explain that to your kids. Because it's a beautiful way to help them to understand what's happening. Um, or just to remind yourself of what's happening. Okay, try not cry. Okay, I don't know how I got that in there twice. Uh, I really love Destroy the Day. Can you tell? I loved it so much I put it in there again. Then we have Olivetti by Allie Millington. This is her, I'm pretty sure this was her debut. I loved it so much I bought an Olivetti typewriter. I'm still waiting for the guy from eBay to send it to me. I thought he was shipping it this weekend, but I don't know. So this is partially told from the perspective of Olivetti, the typewriter, that's a brand of typewriter, and then from this 12-year-old boy's perspective, I can't think of his name right now, but so this little boy, his mom goes missing, and so Olivetti is able to communicate by typing to the little boy and his new friend. And so they go looking for his mom who just up and disappears one day. And so yeah, it's and like this typewriter's been with their family for like decades and is like seeing them through so many different things and held so many memories and like beautiful stories. Oh, I just absolutely love it. It's beautiful. And then finally we have King of Scars by Lee Bardugo. I read this for Magical Readathon, and I think I also read this for TBR Ring Toss. One of my teens has passed me in reading like the Grishaverse books. So she's finished all the books in the Grishaverse. I now only have Rule of Wolves left. So I need to read Rule of Wolves so we can fully discuss the King of Scars duology. So, but I absolutely love King of Scars. Oh my gosh. That ending. Lee, why? How? Why? What? Yeah, no one was more shocked than I was. Like it was cray cray, is what it was. Um, yeah, I mm. Oh, we did not need that in our lives. We did not. It was unnecessary, but the drama that's about to unfold, I think I'm ready for it, but I don't really know. So, but that is my final book. So that is all of the books and the stats that I had to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching and finally doing another video besides just my TBR ring toss because it's been a crazy few months. So, like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate your support. You all are absolutely amazing. And I just want to say, remember who you are and where you live, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.